Hello, welcome back, Boxer1 here. Today we're going to be looking at this set. Definitely not just a figures pack, Duel on Peridea, and, or Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Peridea, set 75385, and it just released recently this year, and, well, you can see how many stickers are on it. Lots of people don't like it, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it, but first we're going to be looking at the figures, we're going to be looking at the set, and then we're going to be looking at the sticker sheet. Yeah. Let's get on to the figures first. The first figure in the set is Ahsoka Tano, of course. It's in the name. And she looks really good. I actually quite like this form of the figure. She looks great with the new hairpiece. Or not hairpiece, but whatever you call these, on her head. And yeah, it's nice rubbery piece, as were the other ones. She has some arm printing, which looks nice. And she has some good leg printing, which I actually think connects to the torso quite well. She has the white lightsabers and some back printing, as you can see there. Very cool. She does have, of course, printing on the other side of her head, if I can actually get it off. And that is what it looks like on the other side, if it will focus, which it doesn't like to do. There we go. It is very hard to get this rubber piece off. Very hard. Of course, next up we have Ezra Bridger in his newer form, of course. He has a nice red body and going down onto the legs. I think it should have gone all the way around. I think dual molded legs would be nice, in that color especially, but it's Lego. We do see them further on in the set, though, which is nice. He has some nice face printing, a very nice hairpiece. I actually quite like that. It's definitely been used before. I think, was this the one used on Luke? I forget exactly. But here we go. Back face with the two scars, which looks nice, from the Inquisitor's lightsaber. But yeah, pretty cool figure. I actually quite like this one. Different from how he looks in Rebels, but very nice. Next figure is the Stormtrooper. He was exclusive to this set, but they then replaced him with, or they didn't replace him, they released him in the Night Trooper Battle Pack. Lots of people say this should have been Enoch. I agree. I think it should have been Enoch. I mean, he's probably not going to get another set unless he's prominent in the second season of Ahsoka, which should be coming out 2026, sometime in there. But he does have the old, or not old, but the Dark Trooper head, which looks like a zombie. See some nice back printing. And he just carries a regular Stormtrooper blaster. If I can get the helmet back on. Almost. There we go. Perfect. Next figure, Morgan Elsbeth. And she's pretty cool. She has the weird-looking green magic laser sword. And it's, well, it uses the Darksaber sword piece, but in trans light green? I forget the exact color name. She's pretty cool. She has a nice torso print, as well as some nice back printing. And then she does have a double-sided head, as you can see, if the glare isn't too terrible. But yeah, pretty cool. I quite like this one. And now we have the reason people are actually getting the set. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Of course, his new form. His old version is no longer $500, $400, whatever it was. Crazy number. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Probably wasn't that much, but we'll exaggerate for this. And he's definitely a very cool figure. He does have some back printing on his face, as you can see. And then he just has the dual molded legs, finally. I wish LEGO could do that for all their officers, or just most of their figures in general. But, yeah, pretty cool. I quite like this figure, and I quite just like his character in general. Very cool. Now we can get on to the dueling ground, or gray slab. And as you can see, it's just a very flat piece of, well, Lego. And it has these four pillars, one on either side. They are all different, from what I remember, or these two are different. I believe these two are the same. Or no, these two are the same, and these two are different. I don't know how to speak, or think. But these can turn, these turntables here. This one I think is just manual. Yeah, this one's manual. And then these ones on the side, well, also manual, but you have a little gear in the back, so you don't have to touch them to turn them. These are just on hinges, so they can be flipped up and down if you want, say, a more open environment here. Kind of still looks cool. But you can flip those up, and they're stopped by those ingots, which give them a nice little angle. And yeah, you can put your figures on this. And you just can have these guys dueling. You can move them both around and have them fight against each other. Well, Thrawn and what should have been Enoch, or the Night Trooper, just stands back there and watches. But if you'll notice about this little dueling position, one thing about it that you may not like is all the stickers. In fact, there are, I believe, 20 stickers. Let me quickly recount just to make sure. Yes, 20 stickers in a set with 382 pieces, which is unfortunate, very unfortunate. I wish they could have printed these, because putting 20 stickers on a small set like this, well, I was going to say makes me want to bash my head into a wall. Still does. And it's a pretty cool set, though, the figures-wise. But, yeah, the stickers really detract from it. Now that we have looked at all this set has to offer, let's get on to my opinion of it. And my opinion is that, although it's not totally bad, it's definitely not great. I think the figures are the highlight of it. The figures are great. I like the figures a lot. That's the good thing I have to say about it. Basically, all the rest is something I don't like. And that would be stickers. The price point, if you're wondering, is $55 retail. You can find it on sale for like $30 to $40, but even then, retail's $55, just so you know. Did I mention the stickers? Yeah, it's not great. If you can find it on sale for $30, that's what it probably should have been in the beginning. But, yeah. Really good figures. The rest of it, not so much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Usually, I don't go that harsh on these sets, but this one, I do hope you enjoyed still. I shall see you next time, where we'll be looking at a classic space set, my last one to show off. So I shall see you then. Goodbye.